Think you're the only one who's ever felt stuck? Well, think again. We all find ourselves trapped in the comfort zone, dreaming big, but hardly moving an inch towards those dreams. Today, we're breaking that cycle. Every journey begins with a single step. Start yours today. Now, why is it so hard to take that first step? Is it fear, procrastination? Let's dive deep and tear down these barriers. By the end of this talk, I want you armed and ready to take that leap. Because guess what? That first step is the only thing standing between you and your dreams. So you're waiting for the perfect moment, thinking that one day the stars will align and everything will be just right to start your journey. Well, let me give it to you straight. That perfect moment, it's a myth, a fairy tale. Waiting for perfection is like chasing a mirage. It's never going to materialize. The right time, the only time that matters, is now. Let's face it, perfection is often procrastination in disguise. It's a convenient excuse. I'll start the business when I have more money, or I'll start working out when I have more time. Sounds familiar? These are traps. You're waiting for a perfect scenario that simply doesn't exist. The truth is, conditions will never be perfect. There will always be challenges, uncertainties, and risks. Embracing imperfection isn't about settling for mediocrity. It's about starting where you are with what you have. It's about progress, not perfection. Think about all the successful people you admire. Do you think they had everything figured out from the start? Absolutely not. They made mistakes, faced setbacks, but they started and learned along the way. That's the real secret. The magic happens when you shift your focus from someday to today. Every moment you spend waiting for the perfect time is a moment lost. It's time you can use to learn, grow, and get closer to your goals. So what if your first attempt isn't flawless? It's about getting better, not being the best right off the bat. Breaking free from the illusion of perfection requires courage. It's about challenging your excuses and taking that leap even if it's scary. It's about understanding that real growth happens outside your comfort zone. So, are you willing to take that step to learn, to adapt, to grow? Remember, perfection is the enemy of progress. Don't let the illusion of perfection hold you back from starting your journey. The best time to start was yesterday. The next best time is now. Embrace the mess, embrace the uncertainty, and just start. Your future self will thank you. Alright, let's tackle another popular myth, the myth of overnight success. You know those stories that pop up everywhere, making it seem like people just stumbled into success overnight. Well, it's time to burst that bubble. True success isn't a lottery win, it's a marathon. In this segment, we're going deep into what real achievement looks like. First, let's get real about those overnight success stories. What you're seeing is just the tip of the iceberg. Beneath the surface, years of hard work, failures, setbacks, and persistence. Most successful people have a long journey behind them, filled with unseen efforts and unglamorous grind. It's not the overnight triumph, but the journey of countless days and nights that led them there. Here's the deal. Real success is about daily efforts and small, consistent steps. It's about doing a little bit every single day that moves you towards your goal. Think of it like building a brick wall. Each brick might not seem like much, but over time, they add up to something solid and substantial. This is how lasting success is built, brick by brick, day by day. Consistency is your best friend on the road to success. It's not about making a huge leap once in a while. It's about small, steady actions. Regular efforts add up, and they often compound, leading to results that may seem sudden to the outside world, but are actually the product of persistent dedication. Now let's talk about patience and perseverance, the unsung heroes of success. In a world addicted to instant gratification, patience is a rare commodity. But guess what? It's one of the key ingredients of true success. It's about keeping your head down and working even when you see no immediate results. It's about perseverance when things get tough. Success is a test of endurance, and only those who stay the course reap the rewards. Finally, let's redefine success. It's not just about reaching a goal, it's about who you become in the process, the skills you develop, the resilience you build, and the person you evolve into. That's the real success. Remember, don't fall for the myth of overnight success. Embrace the journey with all its ups and downs. Cherish the daily grind, the slow but steady progress. That's where real success lies. It might not be as glamorous or as quick as you'd like, but it's far more rewarding and lasting. Keep pushing, keep growing, and remember, every step counts. Now let's face one of the biggest roadblocks on the path to success: fear. That nagging voice that whispers, "You can't do it, it's too risky," or "What if you fail?" It's time to confront this liar head on. Fear has been holding you back for too long. In this segment, we're turning the tables. Let's learn to use fear as fuel rather than a barrier. First things first, what is fear really? It's a natural response, a survival mechanism, but in the pursuit of your goals, it often becomes an irrational barrier. The truth is, fear is a double-edged sword. It can paralyze you, or it can be a powerful motivator. The difference lies in how you handle it. Are you going to let it scare you into inaction, or are you going to harness it to propel yourself forward? Confronting your fears isn't about being fearless. It's about acknowledging your fears and moving forward despite them. It's about saying, "Yes, I'm scared, but I'm not going to let that stop me." It's about recognizing that the fear of regret is far greater than the fear of failure. Ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen? Often you'll realize that the worst-case scenario is not as catastrophic as you imagined. Now let's flip the script. Instead of letting fear control you, use it as a catalyst for growth. Fear can be a sign that you're pushing your boundaries, venturing into new territories. That's exactly where growth happens. Embrace the discomfort that comes with fear. It means you're evolving, learning, and not stagnating. Building resilience is key. Every time you face a fear and overcome it, you become stronger. It's like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the more resilient it becomes. Start with small fears, then gradually tackle the bigger ones. This builds a foundation of courage that can support you in facing more significant challenges. Lastly, let's talk about decision-making. Fear often clouds judgment. Learn to distinguish between gut instinct and irrational fear. Sometimes fear is just the mind's way of creating obstacles. Rational decision-making involves assessing risks but not being ruled by fear. Remember, fear is a liar. It tells you that you can't, when in fact you can. You have the power to turn fear into an ally. Use it to fuel your journey, not hinder it. Embrace your fears, face them head on, and watch as you transform them into stepping stones for success. In this part of our journey, we're going to get real. No glossing over the hard stuff. We're diving into the true stories of people who faced the grit and grind of real life, stumbled hard, but didn't stay down. Their paths weren't lined with roses, but the lessons they learned and the victories they achieved are worth their weight in gold. These are stories of resilience, tenacity, and the indomitable human spirit. Let's start with Jake. Jake launched his first startup with enthusiasm, but within a year, he faced a harsh reality: bankruptcy. Most would give up, but not Jake. He took this as a learning experience. He analyzed his failures, adjusted his approach, and launched another venture. This time, with the wisdom gained from his past failure, he succeeded. Jake's story isn't just about success, it's about resilience and the courage to try again, even when failure hits hard. Next, meet Maria. Maria always wanted to be an artist, but repeatedly she was told she wasn't good enough. Rejection after rejection, her confidence waned, but her passion didn't die. She kept creating, kept improving her skills. Years later, she held her own exhibition. The same critics who once rejected her now praised her unique style. Maria's journey teaches us that external validation is fleeting, but self-belief and persistence are what truly matter. Then there's Alex, a promising athlete whose career was nearly derailed by a severe injury. Doctors said he might never compete again. For many, this would be the end, but Alex saw it as a challenge. After months of grueling rehabilitation and mental conditioning, he not only returned to his sport, but also won major competitions, setting personal bests. Alex's story is a powerful reminder that physical limitations are often just mental barriers in disguise. Consider Lisa, a single parent working 2 jobs to make ends meet. Her dream of becoming a graphic designer seemed impossible, but Lisa was determined. She took night classes, learned the trade, and slowly built her portfolio. Balancing parenting, work, and studies was an uphill battle, but her determination paid off. Today, she's a successful designer, proving that circumstances don't define you, your determination does. Remember, real life isn't a smooth ride. It's full of bumps, bruises, and backtracks. But it's these very struggles that carve out the path to true success. Let the stories of Jake, Maria, Alex, and Lisa remind you that stumbling isn't the end. It's just a part of the journey. The key is to get up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward. Their victories can be your victories too. Now let's face it, the toughest battle you'll ever engage in is not with the world, but with yourself. This is where your true strength is tested. In this segment, we're not just scratching the surface, we're diving deep into the realms of self-discipline, motivation, and the art of self-confrontation. It's time to step up and be your hero. Let's talk about self-discipline first. It's not just about denying yourself pleasures, it's about aligning your actions with your goals. It's easy to set goals, but the real challenge is sticking to them when the initial excitement fades. It's getting up for that morning run even when your bed feels too comfortable. It's choosing to work on your project instead of scrolling through social media. Self-discipline is a muscle, and like any muscle, it strengthens with use. The more you practice it, the stronger it becomes. Remember, self-discipline is self-love. It's about doing what's best for your future self. Now let's stir up the motivation. I won't sugarcoat this. Motivation isn't always going to be there. There will be days when you feel uninspired and unmotivated. That's normal. But here's the thing. Motivation is not just an emotion, it's a skill. It's about finding your why you started and why you need to keep going. It's about reminding yourself of your goals and the feeling of accomplishment that will come with achieving them. Motivation can ebb and flow, but your commitment must remain steadfast. And now the most challenging part, self-confrontation. This is about facing your fears, your insecurities, and your doubts. It's about looking in the mirror and addressing the parts of yourself that are holding you back. Why aren't you where you want to be? What's stopping you? It's time to be brutally honest with yourself. This isn't about self-criticism. It's about self-awareness. It's recognizing your weaknesses and turning them into strengths. It's acknowledging where you fall short and making a plan to improve. Remember, the battle with yourself is the most significant one you'll ever fight. Win this battle and nothing can stop you. It's about self-discipline, keeping the fire of motivation burning, and confronting yourself with honesty and courage. Be relentless in this battle. Be your own hero. The path to victory lies within you. So here we are at the crossroads of decision and action. What's it going to be for you? Another day spent in the comfort of daydreams, or the day you bravely step into the world of doing? Remember, every monumental journey, every story of triumph starts with one small step. That step, my friend, is yours to take. It's time to move beyond the excuses, to stop pointing fingers, the power to change, to act, to make a difference. It's all on you. I'm not here just to fill your time with words. I'm here to challenge you, to ignite a change. So if this message resonates with you, if you feel that spark inside ready to ignite, then let's make it official. Hit that like button, drop a comment sharing your commitment, and subscribe to Can Do Mindset Makers for more content that pushes you to be your best. Be an active member of this community, a community that supports and motivates each other. But don't just stop there. Take this inspiration and turn it into action. Remember, it's perfectly fine if your sleep is incomplete, but your dreams, they deserve to be fulfilled, chased, and released. No more standing on the sidelines watching life pass you by. It's time to jump into the fray, to chase those dreams with the tenacity of someone who knows their worth. Thank you for being part of this journey today. As we part ways, carry this message with you. Keep moving, keep dreaming, and above all, make it happen. Your journey awaits, and the first step is yours to take. Are you ready? Let's do this.